what is the purpose of skill development and education? Is it just to get the next good job? Is it just to get a raise in our salary or to advance in our career? So, for a society, the idea of skill development and education is to enable people to tap into their highest potential. So, therefore, these key skills which I'm going to share with you, the purpose of that is to transform your life from within, which is not just going to help you in your current career, but also in your entire life. Namaste. I'm Nayantara Chatterjee, co-founder of Vidyadhara Consultancy, which is an organization working in the skill development and education space. I have been working in the TVET sector, that is the technical vocational education and training space, for more than 14 years now. And I have worked with several ministries, state skill development missions, industries, institutes, and schools. And what I observed in my career, throughout my career so far, is that while a lot of these skill development programs focus on important technical skills that enable a person to get jobs, what the employers are really looking at is also the right kind of life skills, sometimes also referred to as soft skills, if people have that or not, in terms of their behavior, their attitude, and general disposition towards life. So therefore, today I'm going to share with all of you 6 key life skills to transform your life from within, which is not just going to help us to get the next good job or to progress in our career, but rather important life skills that will help us to live happy, healthy, and fulfilled life. And ultimately, what is the purpose of skill development and education? Is it just to get the next good job? Is it just to get a raise in our salary or to advance in our career? So for a society, the idea of skill development and education is to enable people to tap into their highest potential. So therefore, these key skills which I'm going to share with you, the purpose of that is to transform your life from within, which is not just going to help you in your current career, but also in your entire life, irrespective of which sector, which industry, or which job role you are currently placed in. So the first key life skills that I'll be sharing with you is about learning to meditate. Now, again, this is something which is probably not there in every curriculum or in our course books. But if you practically learn to meditate each day, finding that time during the day to just be in that inner stillness, to turn within, to tune into the silence within, you will see that you are able to deal with emotional challenges, other challenges, much more calmly, much more effectively. Of course, meditation has many benefits, such as improving concentration, improving our focus, physical, mental, spiritual benefits. But what I truly find is very, very important is to be in a position where we are not reacting to any situation, but responding out of wisdom, out of understanding. And meditation helps us to be there, the practice of meditation. I have myself been practicing meditation for more than 10 years now, and I see that change in myself. And I'm also a certified meditation teacher from Ananda Sangh, which has helped me to really share this wisdom of what it means to turn within and being in a place where you're not just driven by what is happening in our outward life, but having charge, having control of your own life from the center within. Now, coming to the next key life skill, deep listening skills, which is very much related to the earlier one. Deep listening skills is so very important for every leader. What differentiates between a good leader and a great leader is their ability to really listen deeply, understand people, not just from their words, but what they are really trying to convey. And in today's world, where there is so much of hustle and bustle, we often find it difficult to just even calm our own thoughts, calm our own mental chattering. And therefore, deep listening skills is very, very important to be a leader who has empathy, who's able to understand people. And again, this is a skill which can be practiced and which can be improved upon. I've seen many communication skills training which focus more on how people speak, probably how they appear, how they look like, and how they are presenting, but not a lot of emphasis is paid on listening skills. However, this is a very, very important aspect of any kind of effective communication. Now, coming to the next one, the third life skill that I'd like to share with you is about energizing. Energizing in our body, our mind. And how do we do that? Some people have a particular set of exercise in their schedule to keep the body fit. But it's also important for us to energize our mind. And what I personally practice is something called the energization exercises given by the great Indian yogi Paramhansa Yoganand, which helps me to energize both physically, mentally, and it is something which I'm able to carry forward in my work. So therefore, if you have any kind of routine which helps you to energize, make sure you strengthen that, because none of us want to work with people having low energy, low enthusiasm. And to achieve any goal, we need high amount of energy, which we can channelize towards a particular goal to achieve that. Now, that brings me to the next key life skill that is very, very important. That is emotional intelligence and maturity. So starting with what is maturity? It often happens that sometimes we feel that maturity probably comes with age, but that is not so. So I would like to first start by sharing the definition of maturity. It is the ability for a person to relate to the reality of others. And even if they have different perspective, different views, but just the ability to relate to the reality of others makes one more mature. And that is directly linked with emotional intelligence, where we understand how other people feel. And even if we have different opinions, we have a different life experience, but we don't judge others. Rather, we accept where they are coming from and respect their views. And it really helps us to not be biased in our own decision making or how we drive change as a leader. Now, coming to the next key life skill, which is again going to help us in our lives, is using technology and not being consumed by it. So, of course, we understand in today's day and age where there is fast, rapid progress in technology. And of course, we need to be updated. We need to learn about how new devices function, how new programs run, and upskill ourselves constantly in that direction. And a skill which goes hand in hand with that is we know when to disconnect or we know when to disengage. Have you seen people who feel restless if you take their phones away for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and, they start to feel restless? So that is the skill which I'm talking about, that even when you are disconnected, when there is no internet, if you do not have your devices, are you still calm enough? Do you still know how to pay attention to what's happening around you? Because genuine connections happen when we are truly able to disconnect from the devices around us and really pay attention to the reality that we are in. And coming to the last one, the last life skill which I would like to share with you is the willingness to learn and grow. So this is coming from the point of view that especially with more and more life experience, at some point we may feel that now we know how things work. Now we know that the system is like this, people are like that, and somewhere we become closed. So here the message is how to keep an open heart, open mind towards life's changes and embracing those changes. All of us may have heard of the line that change is the only constant. And therefore, we need to we need to have this skill set where we are not overwhelmed by any kind of change that is happening. Rather, look at new ideas, invite new ideas, and take them positively. So I invite all of you to actually practice all of these life skills that I shared with you and see from your own experience how you feel, because these changes, of course, they will have an effect in your outer life, but more importantly, how you feel inwardly. Are you happier? Are you feeling more fulfilled? And that is the transformation that I'm talking about, that how we can continue to keep growing and keep upskilling ourselves by practicing all of these life skills. So you may have heard the line that be the change that you want to see. And I would just like to add to that, that be the person that you'd love to meet. Thank you.